Hey everybody. Guess I need to wave so you can see it. I'm Verna from Stampinnotes and welcome to Monday Simply Stampin' in the Meadow. I have some pretty cards for you tonight. We're featuring a new stamp set that's going to be released tomorrow. It's will be available to purchase then, and I will tell you a little bit about it. Let me fix my phone here. And I'm turning on my little ring light. See if we get a better, less shadow here on the down below. That might help a little bit. Anyways, it is Halloween. Happy Halloween. We hardly have any Halloween trick-or-treaters here in the country, but once in a while we've had grandchildren tonight and one neighbor, and that is about it. Anyways, oh, today is the last day to order the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit deal. That's fabulous, where you get the extra $30. So if you are interested in that, you can build your own kit you pick 155 worth of product instead of 125 because it's a special deal and you get free shipping. So if you're just a hobby demonstrator and you want to just be in it to get the discount, this is the best deal. And I will put a link so you can sign up for that. Hello, Teresa. You are certainly welcome. Or continued prayers for you and your family. It's so nice to see you on here tonight. We're just talking about the new Fitting Florets, and I keep calling it Flitting Florets bundle, which is actually this stamp set here, the framed florets. I'm sorry about the glare. I'm going to take this is a photopolymer stamp set. You take the jacket out and put it around the stamp case so you can see so isn't that a cool font? It's got a cool font, lots of floral images, comes with beautiful designer series paper. And then there is a Festive stamp set. And I'm taking this one out so you can see it. It has Christmas sentiments on it. Fa la la, Noel, we wish you a Merry Christmas. So I'm going to do some cards with both tonight. Oh, I'm so glad things are better there. It's so hard when you're going through that because it's hard on everybody. And we're continue to remembering you in prayer. And here is a little bit more about this stamp set. It's available November 1st through January 4th, this bundle. And it has beautiful designer series paper. I'm going to be using some of it tonight. And it has the beautiful dies. These are oval shaped dies, which we haven't had in quite a while. And they're really pretty. So, thank you. If you comment and share, you'll be put into a drawing for something a little usually glittery. And last week's winner is Jean Hoffman, and she commented and shared. And Jean, if you would message me with your mailing information, I will send you a packet of gems, and they are the Adhesive-Backed seasonal sequins. They're really pretty. There's red and green and gold in there. So congratulations, Jean. Also, tonight's cards, if you're interested in a kit for, you're going to get a kit for 2 of each of these cards to make. You just have to put in an order of $35 or more in my online store by Sunday at midnight. And you have to use this host code at checkout. I will put a link below in the comments on YouTube and Facebook with using this host code. And if your order is $35 or more, I will send you the kits to make 2 each of those. You'll need the stamps and the dies, but I'll send you all the paper, and you'll need the ink too. So, well, let's get started after all that. Hey, Rosalie. How's my Hartsville friend? Okay, so we're going to start with a fun fold, and I've got a piece of So Saffron cardstock here. It's 11 by 4 1/4, and we're going to score that. I got to grab my own folder. And some directions would be helpful. And glue. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to be ready, and then it's always like I'm running at the last minute. Oh, I just want to show you the dies up close to this, the fitted floret dies. So this is a really cool frame. And some of these dies will work on the designer series paper flowers. Here's another one. This just cuts out an oval with the heart shapes. It doesn't cut the circle. And then here's another one. I like that one. And then there's all kinds of like foliage dies in this. All right, so here's our cardstock. And also, if you get the kit, if you place an order with me and you get the kit, you will get the free PDF tutorial. It's a full-length tutorial with all the supplies on it and the measurements. And if you're on my team, that is free to you. Okay, so I have scored this, and this is like a gatefold. And I've scored that at 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. And so it looks like this. And I have 2 pieces of the designer series paper from the Fitting Florets Collection, and we're going to use this hot pink. And then I have 2 layers of basic white cardstock. And I've left them on the counter. I'll grab them. And of course, can't find them, so I'm going to recut them. They're probably over here in my little box, and I'm not seeing them. Okay, so I'm going to recut these. These are layers for those front flaps. And these are 4 1/8 by 2 5/8. And again, all of the measurements will be in the tutorial. 2 5/8 and 2 5/8. All right, so you'll notice these have a little score line on them. They're not going to show because it's just going to be a layer. Hey, Mom. How is Mom tonight? All right, and I'm using our Tombow glue. I just have it in a different little bottle here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive on this white cardstock and add that to my card base. Oh, good grief. Where is my... Here we go. My little glue bottle is plugged. And we're going to do this and unplug it, hopefully. There we go. All right, so these just get centered on the 2 ends here. Like that. And we're going to center this one. I got to see some of my grandchildren. They were so cute. We'll put these on here. Trick-or-treating. Remember the days, the old days when you just grabbed something that you had at home, like a sheet, and you went as a ghost, or you put on an old flannel shirt and you went as a hobo for Halloween. And then my brothers and I, we would like trade candy. Anybody else do that on here tonight? Barter and trade candy. And my brother Paul, today is his birthday. So happy birthday, PJ. Okay. All right, so we've got this right here going on. I have a piece to go on the inside. Oh, our Christmas card event is coming up, not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday, November 12th, at the Canisteo American Legion. If you haven't registered, I have an event page and a link where you can register. I just need to get a head count of how many are coming to that, or you can email me at vernastamps@gmail.com. We're doing 12 beautiful cards, and you can choose. I have several stamp sets to choose a sentiment from, and so you'll have lots of choices with that. And that is going to be, the cost is $38. I'll be there from 10 to 4. If you can't stay the whole day, but you want to come, you want the cards, I will do kits, or you can just come for a while and do your stamping and leave and put your kits together at home. Whatever works for you. All right. And so this large die right here, I've used to, oops, no, not that one. This one I've used to die cut out an oval circle. This one right here, and it has that nice little like edging there. I don't know if you can see that. And here's our oval frame. And this is our circle that's going to go in there. And the first thing I'm going to do is stamp the sentiment. And I'm going to use for a special friend on a special day. For a special friend on a special day. Well, I guess it's a special person on a special day. And I'm using soft succulent ink. Okay, and I'm gonna get it up here so you guys can see it. And I'm gonna kind of go towards the top because, oh, that's really crooked. Let's see if this will work. That's better. Because I'm gonna have some flowers below that. Before I put the flowers on, I am going to just put glue around the inside of the edge of this frame. Like that. And oops, I forgot I need the larger piece of the larger oval. Okay, so there's a larger oval that's I'm going to set that aside. There's a larger oval that goes with the other this frame right here, and that's the oval that I need to use. And I am just going to run this through my machine. I'll be just a second. Okay. So this oval from that the die that makes this fancy frame is larger, and you'll see it has some really nice little ridging along there. This is what's gonna this, sorry, I can't talk. This is what this frame is gonna fit over. All right, and I have die cut out some little flowers from designer series paper in this set, and I am just gonna set them on there like that. I'm going to add a little bit of a glue now that I've got them in there where I want them. I'm going to go back in and stamp that sentiment. All right, and I'm going to pull this over a little bit. All right, so I need to restamp that sentiment. And I'll show you the DSP in a minute. Hopefully I can do this straight. Okay. All right, so this is going to go on the flap of this card like this. Somewhere I've got ink. Just like this. And so if you make this card, you want to make sure you just put glue in the upper half of this oval right here. Okay. And you're just going to center it like that. And we'll add some bling to it. Let's use the Festive pearls, and I like these. They're kind of a bluish, but they go good with a soft, succulent ink. I'm just taking the Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to add them right there. There are also some gold swirl gems that come with this set too. So, okay, so that is the first card. And we have a pretty, I'm not going to stamp this right now because I don't know what I want to use it for. And let's take a look at the second card. And for this card, we're going to use the Framed and Festive stamp set right here. And I'll show you the designer series paper because this piece here has holly on it. And so it's a winter pattern for the designer series paper. And I cut quite a bit of this up. But this is really gorgeous paper. And I love this gingham. It's evening evergreen. Thank you, Anne. And here is that winter berry paper, and you could even color these in with red. The back of that is pink. And I love this with the blues. Isn't that gorgeous? And here's a soft succulent pattern. Here's more of floral images and a dark evening evergreen with a blue pattern. And there's some dimensionals. This is the sheet that one die will work on. I believe it's these smaller ones here. And here's a balmy blue with white on the back. Okay. I think we saw that one. This one. Has that pattern and the hot pink, the polished pink on the back of it. That's all basically it. But that comes in 12 by 12. All right, so our next card that we're going to do uses that the berry pattern, and we're going to start with a piece of cherry cobbler. And if you place an order with me of $35 or more in my online store this week, before midnight on Sunday, November 7th, using this host code at checkout, I will send you the kit to make to each of these cards. If your order is $50 or more, I will send you some gems. And oops, I forgot to do something first. We're going to put ribbon on this. And if your order is $150 or more, don't use the host code, because then you will get the host rewards. Yeah, if your order is in general $150 or more, and the more you spend after that, you'll start earning free product or money towards free product, which is really cool. Okay, so I'm just going to tie a bow here. And I'm holding that down. You can anchor it with glue dots. And this is the soft succulent open weave ribbon. This open weave ribbon comes in, sorry, goofed that. This open weave ribbon comes in all the last year's in colors. And I love it. It's so easy to work with. It's not stiff at all. Then it comes in polished pink and soft succulent, evening evergreen, fresh freesia. I think I'm missing a color. Okay, so there's my bow. I'm not going to anchor that down yet, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's pull this like that. All right, so this is going to go on my card base. I'm just going around the edge here. And I think I'll put this one on the left. The other card, I had the bow on the right, but it turned out nice for a left side bow. So we'll do it on the left, just like that. Oh, yeah, it is really pretty. Okay, so now we have another oval from the big frame die, and we have an oval frame from our oval frame. This is the one with, it doesn't have all of the elegant stuff on it. So this oval is going to go around this, and we're going to stamp this first. And we're going to stamp Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And this is from the Framed and Festive stamp set that's part of that collection. And these will be available to purchase tomorrow. And I'm grabbing Cherry Cobbler ink. We're going to stamp this up. Hey, Margaret. Your trick-or-treaters have left. Yes, I know the feeling. Luckily, my grandchildren came early, the ones that live near us and are in our area. Okay, and again, you can buy this full collection of the Fitted Florets the 2 stamp sets, the dies, and the paper. You can also purchase the bundle of just this stamp set, the framed florets, and the fitted floret dies, which are here. And I'm lacking that other frame. It's over by my die machine, but I'll go get it so you can see it. And the beautiful paper. All right, so I want to stamp some leaves on the edge of this to look like, it's not really holly, but we're going to pretend it is. Although it does kind of look like the leaves on here. And I'm going to use Evening Evergreen for that. I'm grabbing that. And this is that other frame. It's so pretty. All right, Evening Evergreen. We're going to stamp this leafy design on the side here. We're going to stamp off so not all of it will be on the image. And let's go up here on that part. Now you don't have to, but I'm going to fill in. Oh, I got to grab my cord for my laptop. My battery is low, it's saying. So we will get that plugged in or I will lose being able to see your comments. Okay, there we go. All right, so I want to color these leaves in. You don't have to. You could leave them like that. And I'm grabbing a Mossy Meadow Stampin' Right marker. And I'm just going to fill these in a little bit. I think I want the other end, the bullet tip end. So we had Spider-Man and the Hulk and a little unicorn. We had a glow-in-the-dark man and an M&M and 2 basketball players. I'm a farmer for trick-or-treating here tonight. All right, and then I'm just gonna fill this in here. And I'm leaving a little bit of white there. You'll see I'm not filling it in the whole way. Just a little bit of white for shadow. Okay. So we've got our sentiment, our leaves colored. I'm just going to again go on the very inside of this frame. And I'm going to put it around my oval die. Just like that. And we're going to pop this on here with some dimensionals. A cow, Rocky Magician, a little turkey. Oh, oh that's cute, Margaret. I know, I remember some Halloweens taking our boys and it was snowing. I remember one night it was snowing pretty hard, and one of them, we were at a neighbor's door and he slipped and fell and went right over backwards. Okay, I've got a lot of dimensionals on here just because I want it to be pretty sturdy. Or you could even use a piece of our foam. I have a really pretty quilt card I'm excited to share with you guys. Coming up next. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put it on the side like this. All right. And now we're going to add some little bit of decoration behind this bow here. And I have 2 pieces of our snowflake vellum, just the dotted. They're different widths, like from 1/4 of an inch to a half of an inch. And I'm going to cut them off at the top, going all the same way, and at the bottom, going the same way. So they're going to go in here. And then I have a piece of soft succulent. This is a specialty paper, and I can't remember the name of it, but you could use soft succulent cardstock too. And that is going to go right in there like that, kind of in the middle. So let's put a little glue behind these now. And we'll put that one like that. We'll put this one in here. We'll add this. Maybe like that. Okay, and now this is dye from the Fitting Florets dies, and it makes die cuts a really pretty sprig, and I kind of like those in there. I'm not going to push them out. Some of them I've pushed out, and some of the leaves still have the inside of their leaf in there. All right, so I'm going to slide this down here like this. And I've also die cut another one. And this one is going to go in the bottom. And I'm going to take off up to there, off that. And just putting a little glue on the center. Let's put that over that stem like that. All right, so we have that going on. I'm going to cut this just like that. Okay, so let's add some little berries to that. And I want the red rhinestones. I'm going to get my take your pick tool. And there's like little berry stems on that. Right there's one. There's one. We'll just decorate them with that. And then we'll put some on the bottom here. Hmm. Okay, so that dresses it up quite a bit with the gems on there. Chris? Yeah, the snowsuits on Halloween, yes. I remember doing that, and boots, and it's nice not to have to deal with that at this moment. Okay, so all we lack on this one is the inside sentiment piece, and I'll go ahead and put that in. I'm not gonna do the sentiment at this time because depending on who it's for and who I'm sending it to, we'll decide then. Okay, so there's that card. And again, this one is on the greenery's on the opposite side. And this is lighter. I think I like the leaves lighter. This one's darker, the darker leaves. Okay, so that's card number 2. All right, card number 3 has is this card right here. And it has a log cabin quilt pattern in the middle. Thanks, Anne. And Teresa and Margaret. Thank you, ladies. All right, so let's take a look at how to do this card. We're going to start with a piece of Blushing Bride cardstock. It's 4¼ by 11, scored at 5½. I have a piece of 2 pieces of basic white cardstock, and this one I've used the Country Flowers, I think it's the name of it, or Country Floral Embossing Folder. And I wanted it to look like a quilt background. So what I did was I inked it up on this side where the Stampin' Up! Emblem is, on the inside of this, with a soft seafoam ink pad. I just took my ink pad and went like that across there. And it came out like this, and I think that's so pretty. All right, so I'm going to mount this on a piece of Evening Evergreen cardstock. And I'm just using my glue, or you can use whatever you desire to use, Seal or Seal Plus. And this is Tombow glue. Okay, pull that over just a little bit. And this is going to go centered on my Blushing Bride card base. Oh, we want it this way. Okay. All right, so we're going to set this aside for a minute and we're going to make the quilt. And I have a piece of cardstock here. And this is scrap cardstock. I guess they're both the same size. All right, so we're going to build our little log cabin or quart step quilt pattern. And I'm using 1/2-inch strips of dark and light designer series paper. And this is from the Fitting Florets designer series paper. I'm using the green gingham, dark green evergreen gingham strips, and the beautiful Blushing Bride pink strips. And then I have one of the hot pink for the center. Okay, so that's the piece you're going to start with. And when you're cutting, the most important thing to do for this is to make sure you're cutting precisely when you're cutting these out. And they are tiny pieces, so it's a little tricky, a little more difficult working with it. But so this is, I'm using this is 1/2 by 1/2. And you could use an adhesive sheet if you wanted to. I'm out of it, so I'm just using glue. So there's our hot pink. And I have another piece of the lighter pink I'm going to put right beside it. Just like that. Now, when you're cutting these out, if they have a pattern, you want it like this has that floral pattern on it. You want to make sure you're cutting them all the strips so the pattern's going the same way. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of my gingham and I'm going to put it right here. And that's just a little tiny bit over, so I'm going to snip that off there. And yes, I'm a quilter. I love to quilt, as you can probably tell. All right, so we've got that on there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to start making our side for our dark colors over here. And I'm going to take this piece right here. And if you order the kit, you will get the pieces to do this. Oops. Right. So our greens are going to be on this side, our lights are going to be on this side. So let's look at we've got that, we've got this one. So we've got that thing going on. We're going to do a pink here. And we're going to take one of these. Hang on a minute. I just want to make sure I've got this right. I have to look at it. Okay, that's right. That's right. And right, so this is going to go this way. Just like that. And this is going to come down here like this. Whoops. So we're making angles, all shapes. We're going to go this way with this green. Okay, like that. Now, I'm not worried about lining up like another white little square there. And let's see, this is gonna go like this. Okay. And the PDF tutorial has all the measurements and the directions. for this. So this is kind of like quartz step blocks pattern, a little bit like a log pattern too. All right, so there's our little square. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut that. I'm going to grab my trimmer here. I'm going to go right to the edge here and cut that. And this. And this is going to be about 2.5 by 2.5 inches square. Okay. So there's our little quilt pattern. So we're going to bring our card base back and we are going to center this on our card, just like that. So you want to put it on so you've got about the same distance from this side here and the bottom and the top. So that looks pretty good. Then we're going to come in with our frame. And when you lay this on here, you'll notice that at 2.5 by 2.5 inches, this design here just covers the corners going this way, and then the tips just reach to the very top of this frame, meet it on the edge. And I've got a few little pieces of cardstock I'm going to poke out of here. Just a couple more. So I'm going to take my adhesive and go on the inside of this frame, and we're going to glue it onto our card front here. And there's lots of room by this ornate decorative. Put a little bit there, and a little bit on the side here. Okay, so we're gonna lay this just like that. And I'm gonna hold it down a minute and let that grab onto the paper. Thanks, Chris. Your granddaughter had that must have been cute. A few of her friends dressed like cows. Cute. Oh, I can remember putting time and hours into making costumes. All right, so we've got that same die that we die cuts these little sprigs. This one right here. And I've got a sprig of Done in Soft Succulent. I'm just going to lay it on the side here. Right. And then I'm using again a piece of our Snowflake Specialty Vellum, and I'm leaving some of the little centers in there. You could use regular vellum if you don't have the specialty vellum. I'm just kind of laying it over that like that. And we'll push that down for a minute. and ribbon. Thought I brought it over here, and what did I do with it? Oh, it's right in front of me. Okay, and again, this is that soft succulent open weave ribbon. I'm going to make a bow. Make your loop and go around, and then pull the other loop through where you went around. Okay, and I'm just going to put that on there with a glue dot. Put our glue dot down right there. That vellum will take a little longer to adhere, probably. And we need to cut our tails a little bit. All right, so let's add some of those festive gems, festive pearls. And these are supposed to be red, but they really pull like a hot pink. And we're going to put some of these in here on our sprig to dress it up a little bit. Okay, I think I might cut this off. All right, so let's take a look. We've got this card. You can fit a small sentiment on here. There's one that says in this set celebrate, but I'm not sure what I want to use this for, so I don't want to put it on there right now. And then, thanks, Mom. It could be birthday, it could even be a Christmas card, but that's my favorite. And then we have this one. And then we had our Christmas card right here. So I hope you enjoyed these, and I hope you have a good night. And I will put links in the comments for Facebook and my YouTube description for ordering. So take care, and I'll be back next week. Bye. Thanks for